I'm really excited because obviously when I first came on with Sky, I was proud to be an ambassador, and now to be an ambassador of the academy is something that I'm, really passionate about and really excited about, because obviously it's dealing with something that I'm very passionate about as well, with obviously the children, and it's great to see the opportunities that are being created for young kids.
The academy one of the roles it will fulfil is to mentor young people, not just in sport but in the arts. Can you talk a little bit about how important mentors were to your development as a footballer?
It's one of the reasons why I was so successful as a young kid, and obviously as a professional player. You need great mentors in life, whether it's in sports, whether it's in TV, whether it's in arts and creative things. You need someone to look up to. You need people that can teach you the right things and also the wrong things. For me, when I was young, to have a mentor like the managers, the coaches that I had, my parents, it's important.
Who were the key people in your development?
Obviously my dad. My dad was a huge mentor in my life from obviously a very young age. I had the support of my parents, both parents, but obviously having great coaches even from Sunday League level up to reserve team. I went Sunday League, I had a great manager that was called Stuart Underwood. Then I went obviously to Manchester United, had Eric Harrison, Nobby Stiles, Brian Kidd, and then obviously I had Sir Alex Ferguson for when I was in the first team.
A lot of talk from Sir Alex about yourself recently, and you've been looking back with your own book. Any regrets that some of those memories from the recent history have been aired, because you've been very complimentary about him?
I'll only ever be complimentary about Sir Alex Ferguson, because obviously he gave me my dream of playing for Manchester United. He was one of the reasons why I actually went on to be successful after I left Manchester United, and I think that's a very difficult thing to do. I think Manchester United is one of the top clubs, if not the top club in the world. To go on and be successful after you've left them, that's a very difficult thing to do. But I was very lucky to do that, go on and be successful for Real Madrid, PSG, Galaxy and England. So, whatever's been said has been said, but I have nothing but positive things to say, because at the end of the day I look back on my career. I played 115 times for my country, captained my country, played for some of the biggest clubs and with some of the best players in the world, and won 19 trophies, so it's not a bad career.
We see your own son, Brooklyn's had if not a trial, certainly a spell with the academy at United. Would you hope to see him one day perhaps follow in your footsteps at Old Trafford?
I mean, the unfortunate thing about the boys having a dad like me is when they do go for a trial somewhere, or whether they go and train, which going up to Manchester was only just a fun week for Brooklyn to just go up and enjoy himself. He was invited up to just experience it, and he loved it. But the unfortunate thing about that is the fact that as soon as people know that he's been training somewhere, it becomes a bigger thing. But he enjoys it. That all three boys loved their training. Two of them are at Chelsea, one's at QPR. Like you said, Brooklyn had a week up in Manchester, which he loved, and my little girl actually just started playing. So they're all at it.
Do you think any of them have got what it takes to follow as a professional?
I hope so. To me, as long as they enjoy playing it, as long as they have a passion for it. If they don't have a passion for football and they go on and do something else, then I'm their dad. They're always going to have support from me. But we'll see what happens. And
how are you as a mentor to them when it comes to football? You're a hard taskmaster?
I mean, I try to be, but I love them so much. It's hard to really be, too hard on them. But I think you have to. I was brought up in an era where my dad was really tough on me. But the advantages are I went on to be, successful in professional football and represented my country, which I'm very proud of. So sometimes the hard stuff works, but I'm not that good at it.
You mentioned England there, and Sven-Göran Eriksson, a manager you're very close to, has been doing his own book at the moment, talking about how he thinks England might struggle to win the World Cup next summer. What's your take on how well they can do under Roy Hodgson?
I think, obviously I've played in World Cups before, I think when you qualify and when you actually reach the competition, when you're actually in the World Cup itself, you realise that actually anything can happen. You can have a good run of games and you can all of a sudden find yourself in the quarterfinals, semi-finals. So I think that we have got some really good young players. I think Roy has come in, he's got a very good team around him, obviously with Gary and the other guys that are involved. And the setup's right, so everything's there. You know, like I said, we have some really young players, good young players involved in the team. We have a couple of experienced players still in there. So, you know, once the team are there, once the players are there, you know, there's every chance. But, you know, expectations are always high.
Finally, World Cup rolls around. Is that one of the moments when you think you might miss your playing days?
I already miss them. You know, I already miss them. But, you know, even watching games, I actually find it easier to watch games now that I'm not playing than when I actually was playing. You know, I kind of enjoy it more. But, no, you know, when the World Cup comes around, I'll be there as a fan, and I'll definitely miss being out there.
And you enjoying your retirement?
I'm busier now than I actually was when I was playing. But obviously, you know, over my career, my schedule was more regimented than it actually is now. But yeah, I'm enjoying what's going on in my life at the moment, and I'm looking forward to the future stuff that I'm into.